Guys Huddle.
Welcome back today, guys, on another episode of the Guys Huddle. Today we're going to do things a little bit different. We got special guest Dot in the building. How you doing today?
Doing good, man.
Dot's a local music artist. Be sure to check out all his music. He's on about every platform you can imagine at SMG Dot, man.
Yes, sir.
Going up out here. We got Big Timmy in the cut. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? Ready to talk about some playoff basketball?
I am too, man. The playoffs are heating up intensely. What about you, Chris? We got Chris on the phone today, Twitch streamer out of Fort Wayne. That's SickkoBino. We'll drop his stuff in the description. How you doing today, man?
What's good with you? I'm doing good. Ready to talk about these fights, man.
Yeah, man. That fight last night, that was a heater.
That was crazy.
Man.
I go 7 rounds and then end like that. I just
I'm watching
wasn't a big fan of the ending, but
right now.
Nah, it was a little.
Yeah, that's what I think we're gonna lead off with, man. Tank Davis knocks Ryan Garcia out, body shot to, they say, liver, the kidney area in the 7th round. What y'all think? What'd you think, Chris?
First, who do you guys have winning that?
Start.
I had
Tank.
I had Garcia before the fight.
I had Garcia too.
Yeah,
so,
I thought Garcia was gonna come away.
I mean, if he's gonna lose, I wish he would actually got knocked out rather than this.
Yeah, what you saying? You watched the fight live, Chris?
Oh yeah, I had a little watch party going on over here.
What'd you think about him taking the knee on that and then just couldn't get back up?
But I didn't like that ending. It kind of, I felt like when you take a knee like that, I don't know. It's damn near worse than getting knocked out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like,
It's
I
like
would rather
saying,
you
bro,
knock me out.
I quit. Like,
Yeah, he got up right after
you know
10
what
too.
I'm saying?
Just jumped up like nothing was wrong.
I think he had somebody set a parlay up for him losing round 7 or
just
something.
seen that.
He just sat down like, I'm done. Let me cash out real quick.
What do y'all think that does
bro,
for
I can't
Davis?
imagine quitting like that.
Does that make
They were both
Gervonta
undefeated,
Davis,
right?
Yeah, they were both undefeated. They were like the two faces in boxing, especially at their weight. Like, there ain't much else going on down there.
I mean, I like Tank. I just didn't think he was gonna win that
Yeah,
one.
I do too. But I thought Ryan Garcia was going to win. I think that makes Tank the best boxer in the world right now.
No, yeah, for sure. That was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that.
They
I'm not
said
sure
he
if
got
there's
the
any
Mayweather
argument with
status
that.
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, he is money reincarnated. He talks money, walks money, and he brings money to the table.
And I feel like he don't stand back as much as Floyd.
No, he's an attacker. He's
He
a
actually
counter
bring
puncher. But
heat. Like he the one we want to see.
they keep saying it on the announcers. I seen he doesn't look for knockouts. He does not fight to knock
He
you
told
out.
bro to get back up.
He
First off.
fights to punish you.
Literally.
He looked at bro and was like, "Get back up." And he was like, "No, I can't do that, man." He said, "I need
That
this
hurt.
little extra 700,000 I got in my parlay."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of odd to me, cause like I said, like Bino was saying, man, he just kind of like took it and gave up. Like, I felt like he stood up right at 10 and seemed fine. He was like, "Oh, I couldn't continue, I couldn't get up," and I get it's hard.
It's
I'm
like
not
he was
just-
gassed.
Yeah, it's like I thought he was scared. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
Bino said, he gave up. He realized he did not want to fight that fight no more. It was getting bad for him, and he didn't want to do it. And he took the first door out of there.
Man.
He didn't
He
take
got
some
popped in
lessons.
that second round. Was it the second round he got?
Oh man,
cracked in?
put him down.
Yeah.
Got too overzealous.
He probably had some flashbacks. Like, yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, he just need to go
That
over
power
to
crazy.
WWE and learn how to take a fake punch, and it made for a better ending if he had like jumped in the air and fell backwards or something when they hit him.
I mean, I'm not saying Tank Davis is weak by no means, but that punch in particular that put him down
Didn't look like it was
he
like
didn't even get like all a wind up. He didn't get a full extension.
It was a little
clean
jab.
blow. Yeah, he even
It looked like it
swiped
slid off of him a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
And like, imagine if that's what you do to him with.
And bro hit
with,
him
like, a
harder.
slip punch. Yeah, he counterpunched that rib shot with a right hook that I thought landed hard, and I was like, uh-oh.
And then gave up.
And then he sat, and like, I'm watching it with my buddy, and I was like, uh-oh. As soon as that right hand hit, and then he took a knee, and I was like, what? What happened?
How does this even work? How do
Yeah,
you
I
hit
thought he
somebody like
stuck
that and
him.
then you go down?
I thought it would have been cool to see him win. I hadn't watched him a lot before that fight, but you showed me that the ghost punch or whatever. I just after I seen that, I was like, it might be a toss up, but Tank all the way.
Yeah,
I knew it was
Tank got him good.
Yeah, that was
Yes,
crazy.
sir.
Ain't much to us going on in the fighting world. We're going to go to the NFL over here. Lamar Jackson's always a hot topic on this podcast. Ryan ain't here today with us. He had to work, but we'll touch on it for him. Lamar got a new offer from the Ravens, reportedly, from what I've read. It's a total of $200 million potential guaranteed money, which is unheard of in the NFL.
Yeah,
I think you're crazy not to take
potential though, not all of it's guaranteed.
The stipulations of it so far, from what I've read personally, is $133 million guaranteed money the day he signs that contract, whenever he decides, if he decides. $175 million guaranteed if he gets hurt again at any time in the season and doesn't play. And if he is on the roster on the 5th day of the 2026 NFL League year, it's $200 million guaranteed. That kicks in that incentive.
I'd have to go ahead and go sign it and then be hurt for a couple games just to collect my 175, and then I'll go ahead and play the rest of the year.
That sounds like the most player-friendly contract I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
You give me $200 million, I get to go hoop with OBJ if he's not in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm
If he stays out of trouble, I should say.
I just
taking that.
I just think it's crazy because I forget, not going to lie, didn't put it in the notes, don't know personally how long the contract is, but I would assume it's like a 5-year deal.
I think it keep him to the 2026 season.
That's that deal? Yeah, then that's only a 3-year deal. See, now you're not even locked in. You know, you're still young. And what the Ravens are saying there, in my opinion, is like with the 2026 thing, Dot asked me yesterday, he said, well, couldn't they just cut him before and not do that? But then what they're saying is, we need you to get $200 million. We need you to be good enough that in 2026 we would never even think about cutting you.
Yeah.
We'll get by then earn that $200 million, and by 2020. And if you're not an elite top 3, top 1 Super Bowl contending quarterback, we don't want to pay you that $200 million. We'll trade you before that day.
I think I like that. I think
Yeah.
I like how they set that up.
Yeah, I think that goes great for both ways. How you feel about it, Bino, with him being in your division? Bino's a Bengals fan.
Look, I was hoping that man got out of there.
I know you was hoping.
I needed him to go to a different team. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't.
I need him out of our division.
He's not in my division. I'm a Colts fan, of course, but you know,
every time we play the Ravens, we beat them. Every time we played them, Lamar's been out.
Yeah.
They beat you last time, though,
you know
because we went to that game. Me and Ryan was in that game in Pittsburgh. It was cold as shit.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
How'd you go to a Cincy game in Pittsburgh?
No. I said Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Baltimore game in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad, yeah.
Confused. But,
that one was on me.
Yeah, what do you guys think about the kind? I think it's fair.
It's definitely player friendly than anything.
Like, worst comes to worst,
definitely,
you're injury
they
riddled.
definitely bend him.
You could go out there game 1, get hurt, and win $175 million.
$175 million. You're a top paid quarterback in the league without playing.
Like, bro, just please come back, bro.
And they even got you the weapon you asked for.
Yeah, they got him, OBJ.
And D-Hop is still on the table. Like, dude, sign the deal. I think that's a good deal.
If he had an agent, though, that deal would be signed yesterday.
Yeah, I think so.
I forgot. It's just his mom.
His mom. That's what I said. Yeah, he's got to wait. He's got to wait 2 business days for his mom to reply.
Mom trying to text him back, trying to figure out how to use the right emojis to tell him to sign that deal.
Yeah. She probably told him they offered you $200 guaranteed.
How old is Lamar?
Oh man, I got you. I'll look it up real quick.
He's 24.
24, $175 million.
He is
He's younger
the
than
same
me.
age as Stetson Bennett. So
that's 26. It's definitely
But
26.
I said, bro, I could imagine being in their position. I would have signed contracts too quick.
yeah, he's
bro.
26 years old.
How are you even debating
That
on signing that?
Yeah, like, I don't understand, like-
$175 million.
And you don't, and
3
you
year
only got to
contract.
work for about $25 million. To be honest, the rest of it's just gonna be given to you because you gonna.
And that's only.
Let's be honest, Lamar's gonna be hurt for 2 games somewhere along this contract.
Yeah.
If he's healthy the whole entire time, I would be absolutely surprised.
And what's crazy is we're only talking guaranteed money right now. I bet there's incentives in there. Hey, if you win an MVP award again, you get more money. If you're a passing touchdown leader,
for
if you're the
sure.
yard.
The only incentive they need to throw in there is if you win a playoff game.
Yeah, if you take us to the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl, you get more money. Like we're only talking guaranteed. Talking about signing this money, there's more money on the table. I bet.
Yeah, I guarantee there's something else to go with that.
Moving divisions to the Dallas division, we got a Saints fan over here now.
Yes, sir. Who that?
I seen the Falcons sign Bud Dupree, and I know it's not breaking news, but I just want to chime in on that because we've been talking about their defense.
Them just the same as the Bears, bro. Everybody wants to go there with the Bears.
They got a good defense now. AJ Terrell was there in the Super Bowl, lockdown cornerback. They got Lorenzo Carter. He's a good linebacker in my opinion. Jesse Bates, Jeff Okudah.
I don't even want to talk about Jets.
Yeah, like they picked.
Yeah,
up
oh yeah,
some
my
good
bad,
players. They picked up Calais Campbell, and they still have the 8th overall pick. And they got a solid defense. I don't think they use that 8th pick on an offensive player. Maybe I don't mean
Unless they get it, unless the right quarterback falls and they don't trust either one of their other quarterbacks.
Yeah, but I think at 8th overall pick they select somebody on defense. They have Jonnu Smith and Kyle Pitts. They have Desmond Ridder named the starter. Taylor Heineke as a backup. And I just want to know,
That's crazy.
Have they signed enough people to have a defense to maybe be on a radar? Like, can we look at their radar?
It's definitely
Maybe to win a division.
It's definitely
Yeah, and that was my next
I would say I wouldn't be putting them on the radar for
Why'd he leave Tennessee?
unless Redder just.
Who?
Bud Dupree, they didn't want to pay him or something?
Yeah, payday. They got people next man up.
Unless Ritter just comes out balling, I don't think they're gonna go farther than winning their division. But
Yeah,
that division
was
might
my
be
next
based
question.
off of whoever has the best defense. To be honest,
And I think they're building a defense that, like, midway through the season, if we're thinking about it, maybe, they're not going to be the best in the league, I don't think, or probably even close to it. But they might be a defense that, like, if your quarterback plays them in fantasy, you're like,
I might have to send bro out.
Who's playing this team? Who's playing the Texans this week? I
You might have to
start him.
check. You might have to check the free agent market there, see if you can pick up a quarterback for just a weekend.
And then my next question is, y'all think they've made enough moves? Because they even got, some offensive pieces here and there in that 8th pick to win the division. Because that division is weak.
Yeah, I mean, it's either. See, it's weak. It depends on how Derek Carr plays, though.
Yeah.
If he acts like Matthew Stafford and goes from one team to another and all of a sudden can win everything,
I hope he goes off, man.
I would be surprised, especially with Kamara
That
down.
division is real weak.
But they just got bro from Detroit.
Yeah, they got the Detroit guy, but one year was good. I should
I was
have.
about to say that's how Tom made the playoffs. Man,
Yeah.
Yeah, old Tom Brady.
Isn't he like a strong, like just 1 yard line back? Like,
I mean, that's what he was doing last year, yeah. But he can take there was some games where he was the sole guy.
yeah.
He had some good outings.
Who are we talking about?
Jamal Williams.
Yeah,
Jamal Williams. Yeah.
He was on the Lions.
Yeah, he had like the most touchdowns last year, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he was a touchdown leader.
Yeah.
He had 17, I want to say.
As a backup.
Yeah. That's insane. Another contract deal. Jalen Hurts signed. Man, Zach would.
Even more guaranteed money.
Hey, Lamar needs to take some notes here.
I'm glad Zach ain't here today. I just want to say that.
Get your money.
Because if he was here, we wouldn't be able to keep him quiet about this.
And
deal.
we wouldn't be able to hear himself think or talk because he'd be over here going crazy about
Jalen
it.
Hurts. They locked him down for 5 more years, man. Roughly 180 million guaranteed, 15 million in incentives. He is now the highest paid football player of all time.
So Lamar's might be a little better though, because he's almost the same amount of money and 2 years shorter.
Yeah, I think Lamar's deal would possibly be better. I don't know.
I know he needs to sign it, but
yeah. Not
That
to go back on topics, but
that makes Jalen Hurts the highest paid football player ever, highest annual salary in the league on average, and that's above Aaron Rodgers at $51 million. He's making on average $51 million a year, highest paid in the league.
not to put like a curse on Philadelphia or anything, but every time
Youngest
they seem
dude,
to pay a quarterback, they go out the window. I'm just saying. I don't wish anything bad upon Jalen Hurts, a good quarterback, but every time they give any quarterback some money over there, they're trash. We'll see though.
history shows.
Yeah.
I think he earned it.
I mean, history shows with the Ravens, so you know.
Oh yeah,
'cause
he definitely earned it.
They don't ever want to pay a quarterback.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco had to win a Super Bowl to get a payday.
But I think Hurts earned the deal. I think that's a
Oh, yeah.
decent deal for him. 5 years.
I didn't say he didn't earn it. It just seems to be after they
I-
get the money. It's about it.
I am surprised they were so quick to jump on it though.
Well, they don't. They see Baltimore. They don't want to be in that situation.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he still had rookie years left. I would have waited at least till his rookie year or his last year on his rookie deal to extend him because, like, you never know. You know what I'm saying? What if you extend him early and next year he tears ACL? He's never saying, knock on wood.
What happens if you don't extend him early and then he starts acting like he thinks that he's not good enough to make that money, or he thinks you think that?
That's when you.
And then
throw
he
the
doesn't
bag
want
at
to
him.
play.
That's when you just sign him. You hand him a blank
They
check.
put that morale boost in him.
Yeah,
giving
because
it to him
I think
early,
that's the
letting him
only
know.
reason Lamar is not signed yet. I feel like his ego has been hurt by the Ravens. He feels like he's worth this much money. They pretty much told him he wasn't, and now they're trying to offer the money to get him to stay, and I just feel like that's bad for the team.
Yeah, I get that. But I think Hurts earned it. Super Bowl, first real year with a real team. They're
Really outplayed Mahomes, except for that one fumble.
Yeah. That's the
story of that Super Bowl.
If he don't ever make it back to the dance, that's gonna curse him. That's gonna be his story. What if he didn't fumble in that Super Bowl against Pat Mahomes?
Yeah, because they would have won if he didn't fumble that. Because they wouldn't have had enough time. If they put just 3 more points on the board, they wouldn't have enough time to come back and win that game.
On the topic, it's not in the notes or nothing, but since we got a Cincy fan, Burrow next quarterback to get paid, what is he looking at? You think he's gonna?
When do you think he's gonna get paid? Is a better question.
Because what do you think?
When do I think he's gonna get paid?
And how much you think it's gonna be? You think he's gonna reset the quarterback market again? Joey B's
Honestly,
that guy.
I don't think so because we got too many dogs that want money.
Yeah.
Do you think he's gonna take a team-friendly deal just so y'all can keep making playoff runs, or you think he's gonna want the bag?
I think so for sure. I think that's why Jesse Bates skipped up and left us.
Yeah, because he wanted the bag.
Dude, because I think everybody about to start taking some pay cuts.
I think Cincy is a team that could do that. Like they're a stand-up,
everybody
team.
young.
Yeah, and they're young. They're like, I feel like if you can get some young want-to-win guys together, they can do stuff like that. Like Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, they don't want separated. They played in college together. Now they're playing in the NFL together. They've played in a Super Bowl together.
Yeah.
They don't want to separate.
They played in a college championship together too at LSU.
Yeah,
they won a college championship.
We also have a lineman on the practice squad from LSU too. I forget his name.
Yeah, see,
but he played with them too.
That one guy.
He just got to work his way up.
That's becoming a thing I've noticed. You know, people like playing with not even quarterbacks, receivers, just college.
Well,
teammates.
the Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence and ETN.
Has there ever been teammates that have won a collegiate championship and
should have been the Bengals should have beat the Rams.
Yeah, if the Bengals had anybody but me out there on the offensive line, sorry guys.
Hey, no, bro, I think you're not the biggest guy, but I think you could find a way just to slow him down just enough. Just because all he needed was about 2 more seconds
on that final play, and Jamar was
wide open.
Yeah, I think Joe Burrow would take a pay cut. I don't think he's gonna want this Jalen Hurts, Lamar money. I think he wants to win Super Bowls, and I think that's smart. And I think he can do that. Like I think he's got the tools. They can pay their weapons. Like
y'all need to draft a few, some more defensive players. You lost a couple this year. That ain't nothing the draft can't fix.
They have young talent too. They have a guy over there, Daxton Hill. He's a good.
I'm just saying maybe a couple more defenders on the draft, and you'll be looking real nice again. Yeah, I guess.
I like how we've been moving with our offensive line in this.
Oh yeah, you guys got Orlando Brown from the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Huge.
I don't know why the Chiefs let him go. That's crazy.
I would have made him the highest paid lineman.
Yeah, absolutely. Orlando Brown has been a beast.
He's like
bro.
what, 20 something? I look his age up. He's a young man. He's a dog.
I feel like he's been in the league for a while though, for only being 20 something.
And apparently, there's a bunch of teammates who have won championships in college and in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Who are they?
Oh shit! I'll done exit out of it now.
Orlando Brown is 26, the same age as Lamar, man. And them linemen, they play for years. He might got 10 years left.
Yeah, he might play till he's 45.
Yeah, he got about 8 good years left.
Yeah, possibly 10.
And them linemen, sometimes they sign big deals, like 5-6 year deals. You know, you keep a lineman around sometimes. What you talking? Are you looking at them teammates?
No, I didn't exit out of it. I didn't want to get all off topic.
Side note, I really think the Colts are gonna get Will Levis. So
yeah, I'm thinking that too.
I'm gonna try to.
And speaking of that,
I'm gonna try to be happy about that.
The Texans are shopping the number 2 pick.
Yeah, but that's why I think maybe we won't, because if they shop it, I don't know, man. Unless we move up, if we like Bryce Young or CJ a lot more, but I don't know. Colts keep getting linked to Will Levis, so I'm like.
I'm confused with this Texans thing because I said early podcast when we was first kicking off, first couple episodes, I said that the Texans
need a quarterback.
I said they don't need a quarterback. I think they should.
You think Mills is gonna be the answer?
No, I think that's the right thing to do though, because I think they can build their team this year in the draft. They have a lot of picks. They can stink it up next year with a piece of crap quarterback. And then they can draft a quarterback next year and have a better team for him to come into. And now it seems like they want to do that after everyone was talking about C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. But I'm also concerned with C.J. Stroud's draft stock because they have an S2 cognitive test. And that's supposed to, every year since, I think 2015, they've been doing this test. And it tests your, quick reaction time, how you process information and react to it and how fast, down to the millisecond, they say. And C.J. Stroud was 8th in the quarterback rankings. And I'm not sure how the scoring works because he didn't score.
Bryce Young was 1, wasn't
Yeah, he had a 98. And I'm not saying he scored a 98 of 100. They rank it in percentile, so I don't know how this means. But he is in the 98th percentile, like top tier, whatever. I don't know how that works. But he scored a 98 on the test top. C.J. Stroud was 8th in the draft class with an 18. And what scouts are saying is you get guys that score high on the test and bust. You always get people who look good and then bust. But what has never happened is somebody coming out there and scoring low like that and then going out to be great. And I just think that's teams are thinking that. Because he was, in my opinion, and what everybody else sounded like, the number 1 pick. And now it sounds like Bryce Young might be the number 1 pick, and Stroud might not even go number 2 unless someone wants
he might fall to, like, the Raiders or something.
Right. But what I did see is there was a couple listed quarterbacks who have scored low. And, like, a couple of them were nice. Like Terry Bradshaw scored a 12 on that test. Terry Bradshaw was a good quarterback.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
there was
he
a
did
couple
play for
things about
Pittsburgh,
it. But what do you guys think about that, man? The second pick. I thought Bryce Young was a shoo-in for
I think that drops him down maybe somewhere between like 5 and 6, maybe.
You talking about himself?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, unless the Colts get him, because I mean that wouldn't surprise me. I'm not saying he's gonna be a bad quarterback. I think that just drops him down from 1 to 2 to maybe like top 5, but not 1 or 2. So somewhere in between there.
Who do the Colts have anybody
at quarterback?
Right
now? Gardner Minshew.
Oh yeah, we got the mustache.
That's about all they have on the whole roster.
Hey, it's the mustache and the mullet, man.
If I had a top 3 pick, it'd be hard for me to stay away from a quarterback in this draft.
Yeah, like even if I had a quarterback, like if I had a mediocre.
Yeah, like he's like maybe like Derek Carr.
Yeah,
I like the dude from Florida, the AR-15.
Yeah, he's nice.
The Colts would be
that'd
crazy
be nice,
if the Colts got him.
And he scored.
And I feel like that fits like Stretchen's game plan more often because he had Jalen Hurts in Philly. And I know Jonathan Taylor's going to have a comeback year because the way Philly was running that ball, if we can get our offensive line to act right for at least half of the year, it'll be good.
Yeah.
With that number 2 pick being shopped, what do you guys think? Who needs a number 2 pick? Like that's what I was concerned about. If they don't want C.J. Stroud, right? If the Texans don't see him fit and they think Bryce Young's not going to be on the board, so they don't want. Who else will? Like, if you guys don't want him, and you're you guys are the definition of poverty in the NFL, who wants this kid? Who wants the pick? Who wants to move up in the draft to second spot to draft who? I don't see.
Does Will Levis move up since C.J. Stroud?
Will Levis scored well on the test. He had a 93, third in the class.
Because they were talking about maybe somebody makes a trade and makes a crazy little jump, you know?
Yeah.
So does that move him up? Does he move down and he moves up and someone picks him? Maybe somebody trades up to pick him.
I'd
be upset though if we trade from 4 to 2 to get Will Levis.
That would be hilarious.
Because we're gonna have to give something else up, I think, than just give 4 to 2. And I'm not trying to give nothing else up. Just stay where you're at. We'll get one of them.
What if New York doesn't get Rodgers and makes a trade because they have draft picks?
Drop the cellular device.
Already fell.
Yeah.
You said what if New York?
Yeah, the Jets are really eyeing Rodgers, but what if that doesn't? I mean, I think it's going to get.
By the time they get him, he's going to be in a retirement home at this point.
But that could be crazy if the Jets were like, all right, screw Zach Wilson, screw Aaron Rodgers, we want
the Titans.
The Titans need a quarterback. They could trade Derrick Henry for like a number 2 pick.
Derrick Henry on the Texans, they already got bro over
I don't
there.
think Derrick Henry is worth a number 2 pick to other teams right now.
Yeah, but
I don't think anybody would. I don't think the Texans would give up.
Not the Texans because they already got a beast of running back.
You're right. They got they just drafted a guy last year. That'd be tough.
Yeah,
that'd be tough.
It was Damon. Was it Damon Pierce?
Damien. Same thing.
Yeah.
Damon
Pierce.
Yeah.
Running back's pretty solid for this year.
Yeah, running
beast.
I seen a Bijan Robinson thing about the Eagles maybe taking him.
Yeah, that was my pick. Remember we did the mock draft?
Or, if they didn't do that, someone had them trading their 10th pick instead of drafting him for Derrick Henry.
Well, the Eagles trade up and they get Will Anderson Jr.
Man, to replace pass rushers they lost, that'd be crazy.
That'd be a steal of a move though if they could, because they have a few pieces they might be able to offer to move up from 8 to 2. I mean, they don't have to draft a quarterback.
Right,
I know we're just talking about quarterbacks, but quarterback could fall to 3 or 4.
I said this along the Derrick Henry lines. Who would the Texans ask in return? Who do you give? If you are shopping the number 2 pick in this year's draft, what are you asking? Who do I need for this pick? What do I need for this pick?
I'd say maybe like
Are they just trying to move down? Like, give me a
maybe
second,
two
a third,
picks.
a second, a third, and your first round pick, and you
Yeah.
get the number 2 pick.
Or maybe like a first and an early second.
Yeah. Maybe they think Hendon Hooker.
Or maybe they're man. I'll be
They draft
mad.
him in the second
That's
round.
honestly that's my sleeper for the Colts. If we trade down, I want us to get Hendon Hooker. Honestly, I wouldn't even be super mad if we drafted him at 4. I know that's crazy and probably sounds crazy to everybody else, but
What number are y'all at? What
number
pick?
4.
4.
Yep. It's I about said the Bears, but they traded their pick to Carolina, so it's Carolina, Houston. Who's the
Third.
Arizona? Yeah, and I heard they're shopping their
Arizona.
pick too.
Probably. I mean, they don't. Their needs are too big to use 1 draft pick. So we can get an overhaul of picks or players for 1 pick. They need that. Who do you want?
Hold on, do the Packers trade up and try to get a quarterback? Do they trust Jordan Love?
Yeah, they do.
And Love we trust?
Yeah, they do. I think I do, but they do.
He said, I think I do.
Who do you want to draft, Bino? Who you want your team to draft? You looking at any sleepers in the draft?
Honestly, I don't even know. I didn't look at the draft class.
What position,
close
if
this
you don't
year.
know a guy, what position are you looking to upgrade on?
Definitely cornerback.
Yeah, I think
Ooh,
the
if you
I don't-
if they can move up, boy, there's a couple good
Bengals.
prospects.
Yeah, there's a
at corner.
couple.
You're probably not gonna be able to
But,
get
like-
Gonzalez because he's probably gonna go to Detroit. I think they're.
I want to believe in Eli Apple, but I just feel like it's
He's the
Hard to
meme
do
of your
that.
team.
man. He made me mad 2 years in a row, man. I
2
can't.
years in a row, yeah, every time.
I'm tired of watching that
He'll-
man get cooked.
Yeah, he'll be playing good almost all year, and as soon as you get to the big game, it's like, oh, let's throw it to the guy that's
Man.
guarding.
He plays good until
Eli
it's
Apple,
the crucial
bam.
moments.
Mhm.
Then you see him over there.
He gets on a big
fried.
screen. He's afraid he's gonna get fried again and put on TikTok, and he's like,
I like them
Stresses
Be
them
too.
out.
talking the most trash.
Disrespecting New
Man,
Orleans.
yeah.
Yeah, he came from New Orleans and he hated it. He says.
yeah, I don't know, man.
He
I love
hated
New
it.
Orleans too, but I mean, not
I like
necessarily
them
the
too,
Saints,
man.
but I love New Orleans. So
Yeah, I'll accept that.
yeah,
Appreciate that.
and I'd love to go to a game there one day.
Oh yeah.
I will be though, because I'm gonna go to all the NFL stadiums. So we've already been to 5, so we're working on it.
Moving on to the NBA, let's talk some playoffs, man. I've been excited for this.
Man, the Grizzlies be killing me.
Brooklyn got
They
swept.
don't know what they want to do.
Let's start in the West, man. Let's go. Nuggets got the series all but over. I don't know if y'all see. Anthony Edwards said this is not over. He said it's the first one to win 4 games, not 3. The Nuggets are gonna win Game 4,
Yeah, I was
not
gonna
Game
say,
5. That game's
We can
over.
Chalk that one up.
Yeah,
So they're waiting. They're waiting on.
they look
probably-
real good right now though. If the Suns pull it together, they're gonna still come out of the West. But if they don't get that chemistry right by the time they come out of this Clippers series, because I mean they won last night, right?
Yeah, I was getting there.
Yeah, and they won last night, and so if they can close this out without having any more hiccups, they'll be all right. But they're winning games, but it looks like they're struggling every game to keep the Clippers off. And Kawhi Leonard hasn't played in 2 games, and it's still been pretty close for him not playing.
I was gonna say, is he out the rest of this series? Or?
They don't know, dude.
This happened a couple years ago. Remember when he got hurt, or whatever he did, and he was sitting out in the stands with his family while they were playing.
I don't recall.
Yeah, because playoff P was. I think they were playing the Suns, maybe even.
Because I think
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you remember? And he was up there, and everybody was like, "What is this man doing?"
I don't think the
remember
Suns win the last
Get
game
on the court,
if
dog.
Kawhi was playing. I don't think they would have won the last game.
Nah, I don't know if they'd won either of them if
I
he was
mean,
playing
Norman
because they
Powell
were
dropped 45 in one of them games.
Yeah, and if you had him too,
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard's literally inside the 3.
Going in.
His little moves and his jump shot is just so smooth.
Yeah.
I was watching, I think it was First Take, and Stephen A. said it's the best thing he's seen since Jordan when it comes to dribble, drive, and that little jump fade he does.
I believe it.
So yeah, the Nuggets got that series pretty much wrapped up. Phoenix is up 3-1, so barring any crazy comebacks, that's the next round set up right there. Nuggets and Phoenix prediction.
Winner's gonna win the chip. No, winner's gonna go to the finals.
You think so? I think
it's one of them 2
that's
teams.
possible.
Yeah. Because
Winner of 2?
could you imagine if the Nuggets beat them? I think that it's gonna be the Nuggets' year if they beat Phoenix.
I agree.
Now they could get roadblocked by the Celtics in the finals, or by Philly because that was the pick that I had. So I'm not gonna go
What
back
about
on
you?
that as long as Joel stays healthy. But
What about you, Bino? We got Nuggets versus Phoenix next round, most likely. Not gonna set anything in stone. Who you got in that series?
I want to say Phoenix. I just like how that team looks.
I do too, cause I got them in the finals. But like Timmy was saying, man, I think the Nuggets are the only team that looks like a 1 seed right now. They look dangerous.
And they look solid, too, man.
Yeah, they look team ball, defense, shooting, playmaking.
Jamal Murray looks like playoff Jamal.
Yeah, Bubble Jamal is back. He's looking nice.
Bubble Jamal.
Michael Porter Jr. is shooting 50% from the field and the.
I looked the other day. I was like, "Is that KD? Did he?"
Yeah, he's playing.
So, no, he plays for the Suns. Never mind.
I got the Suns in that series, but I would not be surprised about the
Who you got, Doc?
Which one?
The Suns Nuggets.
Suns and the Nuggets.
If both of them win their games.
Suns is my favorite team, kind of like you in this one, just because they've been the most exciting to watch.
I think the way the Suns are going to definitely have to beat the Nuggets is by outscoring their starters, and that's going to be a little difficult the way they've been playing because the Nuggets bench is a mile better than.
Oh yeah.
Because that's why they're struggling right now with the Clippers, is because they have players that can play at every single position on the bench and on there, and they gave up so much to get KD. They don't have a bench. They have one person, Cameron Payne's their only good player off the bench.
I think it goes Game 7.
Yeah, that's a 7-game series right there.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm telling you, unless they just get tired, because if them starters start to get worn out because they have to play all them minutes, Denver's going to take advantage of that.
This is why I wanted to start in the West right here. Lakers and Grizzlies. Lakers took the 2-1 lead last night.
Although it is kind of funny, though, how they split that, like how Ja went out, and then they won that game without Ja.
And then Ja came back and scored 40 last night, and the Lakers
took an L.
The Lakers obliterated them. Don't poke the bear, man.
Yeah.
That is the greatest.
Dylan Brooks, take some notes. Don't poke
he's
the
back.
bear.
Ja's back.
Ja played last night against that man right there, and Dylan Brooks upset him.
Against the King.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks upset him last game. I don't know if you've seen it.
I didn't see it.
Oh,
He
man.
said, I don't respect nobody unless they put 40 on me.
After the game, too, Dylan Brooks was in the locker room getting interviewed, and he said they asked about him, how he's always messing with LeBron. They said, don't you think that's not very wise to go after a player that good? He said, I don't care. He's old.
Ooh.
He said, I don't respect anybody till they drop 40 on me. And
That was after this game?
that was after game 2.
Oh, okay.
And then game 3 comes last night. Dylan Brooks gets ejected for hitting LeBron in the nuts. And LeBron in the first 5 minutes of the game had 6 points and 5 rebounds, and it was 30-9 at the end of the first quarter.
Damn.
Don't poke the bear, man. That is upset. He said that. He said, I'm not the type to shy away. I poke bears. Don't poke that bear.
In Trey's words,
Pick a different bear to poke.
The goat. Don't poke the bear. That's not a bear. That's a goat.
Yeah.
You poke bears. Don't poke goats.
That's right.
I like your prediction on this Sacramento series.
Yeah, I got Sack.
Hey,
winning
hold
it out.
on now. Hold on. Golden State won. Golden State did win one of them. They're going to win the next one. This is going to probably end up going 7, but I do think Sacramento's going to win now. You did pull me into the Sac team.
Light the beam, man. I got him winning in
I
5,
think it's
6
7, bro.
games.
It's crazy because I don't think the Warriors are going to lose a home game, and I don't think
Oh, I think the
Sac's
Warriors.
going to
I think
lose
the
a home
Warriors
game.
lose a home game.
I don't think so.
You think the Warriors gonna get knocked out quick?
Nah, it's going to be a 7-game series,
It's
but I
going
think
to
they're going to get
7.
knocked out because I don't think the Warriors can win in Sacramento. I don't think Sacramento can win in Golden State.
I think Sack comes out tonight with a different feeling, and they beat Golden State at home tonight with Draymond back. I don't know. I watched most of that game with Ty, and
Curry was just hitting.
bro, they played. Their young guys are hooping. Like Draymond needs to take minutes reductions because Kuminga was out there hooping. Jordan Poole was out there hooping.
And Curry just going to
Hooping.
hit.
Like they
Crazy,
was out
man,
there
not
playing
doing
D, hustling on boards, loose ball. I mean, Draymond's known for that, but he doesn't do it like that no more. Not like that. They are young legs. They need to play. They was out there hooping. Sacramento didn't look like they could keep up, and that's something crazy for that offense because they're a high-powered offense.
Who's got a better chance of stealing a home game? Sacramento or
Sacramento, because the Warriors are horrible.
Absolutely atrocious.
on the road. Horrible on the road.
That's why I think if the Warriors would have a better seed than Sacramento, they might win the series. But since they got to play Game 7 in Sacktown, I don't think it's going to happen.
This one's a little bit harder to predict the next round, so let's start with who you guys think's coming out of each series.
Sacramento and the Lakers.
Yeah, I got Lakers in 5, man.
Yeah, same.
You know, it's crazy, though, before this series with Golden State hadn't lost to Sacramento this year.
Damn.
Curry is 5-0 against Sacramento this year.
Damn.
I'm going Golden State and Lake.
Yeah, you got Golden State?
Yeah.
All right, what you got, Timmy?
I got.
Oh, you said
Sacramento and LA.
Well, you
you
did
changed
say
me.
yeah.
You changed me, man. Because in the beginning it was all.
Like
Well,
the
you
team,
didn't
man.
change me,
Have
they
faith in the
changed
young
me.
guys. I really think this series right here is a passing of the torch. Like Golden State's offense, the way they ran it, shoot the ball, high offense. Our best defense is our offense. Now, Golden State had some years where they was a really good defensive team with Draymond and Clay in their primes, but their best defense has always been their offense. And I think that's one team passing it to the next because that's how the Kings play ball. And I think that's really cool that they matched up and these young guys that play ball just like these old heads used to, like, and that's cool. But I got Sacramento winning that and matching up against the Lakers in the next round.
I think Memphis might get one more, but so that one going 6 games, and then Sacramento definitely 7-game series for sure.
So,
although I'll tell you this, if Golden State loses
second
tonight,
leg.
it's over in probably 5.
yeah. Let's start. I'm gonna start with Bino on this one because he got a different one. Who you think's winning out of Lakers and Golden State next round if they both advance?
Lakers.
Okay. So you got
Lakers. I don't know, bro. Lakers. I was watching them play last night.
If AD is healthy,
against
they're a scary
Memphis,
team.
bro. They some dogs, bro.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
how Austin Reeves has like developed.
All of a sudden, it's
Rui
bam.
Hachimura. Yeah, I think that's how you say it.
Oh yeah, you got it on the head. That was good. I like him a lot though because after he had 30 points in game 1, helped them win that first game in
Went
Memphis.
off.
And
Like the young boys be balling.
Desmond Bain, he's kind of the quiet guy, but they interviewed him after the game, and he wasn't dissing Rui. He was just talking basketball like you're supposed to. He said Rui had 30 tonight on his best career night ever. He said, let's see if he can do that game too, because that's how you're supposed to think in a 7-game series. Like, oh, their role player went for his best career night. He ain't going to do it. And Rui has done it every game. He has shown up. Rui is averaging 20-plus. I would go out. I don't know that for a fact. I bet he's averaging 20-plus on solid shooting splits.
Wasn't that the most points by a rookie Laker, or no?
He's not a rookie.
I thought he was rookie this
I
year.
don't know. He's been on the Wizards for a couple years.
Okay, I don't know why.
No, he's been on the
Probably
Wizards
just got
for
just started
years.
noticing him this year, but I thought he was rookie for sure.
Yeah, I remember when he came in the league because I liked his name, and I thought he was going to be a demon, but he's
Yeah, I
taking
was
a little
about to say, I
longer.
might have to get a Hachimura jersey.
Yeah, I remember that. So you got the Lakers beating Golden State and matching up against Phoenix in this conference finals over here.
Yeah,
I like
if
that.
Anthony Davis stays healthy.
Yeah, that's always an if.
You know what I'm saying? That's
And
all,
if
yeah.
KD, because if KD's gone, it's gonna be a little rough for the Suns.
I got the Lakers and Sacramento going to like a 7-game series, 6-game series where Sacramento finally gets that home loss because the Lakers are the type to storm in your house and win that game.
Especially with Sacramento, they're an LA team.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a dogfight right there.
So I got the Lakers matching up against the Suns as well, but beating Sacramento instead of Golden State. What about you, Timmy?
I got the Lakers and Sac matching up, of course, and then I also have the Lakers in 7. Actually, I just think everybody's doubting LeBron too much. I know he's getting older, but I think he's got something to prove since they snuck into the playoffs. As long as Cardboard stays healthy over there, you know, when he upgraded from wet notebook paper, he's now cardboard box. So as long as he stays healthy, they should be able to make a run at it.
What about you, Di? Who you got?
Sacramento and LA, and then LA taking over that one. I don't think Sacramento's going to be able to.
Because the problem is Sabonis is out there hooping. He's doing his thing.
Oh, it's dog for sure.
And Anthony Davis is shutting that down.
Yeah. If he doesn't do anything on offense, he's at least going to shut that down.
Yeah, Anthony Davis is averaging over 5 blocks a game right now.
That's ridiculous.
In the series, he had 7 in game 1. He had 5 in game 2. And last night at halftime when I looked, he had 4. So that's insane right there. And that's against a good team that finishes inside like the Grizzlies. So
Yeah, because they ain't got a lot of 3-point shooters out there.
Nah,
Not since
Ja last night was like, at one point I remember Doris Burke, I'm pretty sure she's still on there. Some lady was talking. She said Ja is 4 for 6 on threes right now and like 2 for 8 on 2-pointers. And that's just, the Lakers a good defensive team inside.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Y'all got any any series in the West that surprised you? I got the Clips. They put up a surprising effort. I know they're down 3-1, but they surprised me.
they're only down 2-1 right now.
No, they lost.
Oh yeah, they lost last night.
Yeah,
Sorry,
3-1,
I forgot that. I was watching that game. I don't know why I said that.
But I got a surprise series and surprise player performance. Russell Westbrook and the Clippers surprised me. I mean, I've never been a hater, and I hate when people hate on Westbrook. I think that's just a cool thing to do today. But I've never been a hater, but he definitely performed better than I thought he would.
Oh yeah.
He's playing his ass off.
Yeah. I knew he had it in him.
He always does.
I
he
just
shows
really
up
think
in these
that
big moments.
Him and the
LA
Lakers
just wasn't
just,
his spot.
Mhm.
Yeah, just
Not
wasn't his
with the
spot at
Lakers
all.
anyway. He's good with the Clippers, but not with the Lakers. So.
Yep.
I figured Minnesota at least grab one.
Man.
Ant-Man had a
It's not
good
over
game.
yet, so don't count them out. But I figured they'd at least put
Cat
something
showed
up
up.
there.
They only won
sorry
3,
the
not
first couple
4.
games.
Yeah.
Cat averaged 10
Kawhi
points
Leonard
a
out?
game.
right now?
Yeah, he's been out for the
Kawhi's
last 2 games, and those last 2 games have been closer than the rest of them.
Yeah, other than
Except
the
for
one
Look,
they won.
off of basketball, y'all see his sister?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who, Kawhi?
Yeah,
That whole
Kawhi's
thing. That's
sister.
why I was like,
Yeah.
his head got to be shaken up.
His
He
sister
passed away?
No.
She got sentenced life in prison for a murder in 2019.
Killed an old lady at a club or something.
Was it in Vegas?
Like
Yeah.
shot her or something?
Yeah, killed her. I don't know
I
how.
don't even-
Killed her.
Yeah, I don't know how. but-
Elderly woman. Sentenced life. Just got sentenced
But
yesterday.
that's what I be thinking about, like the off the court stuff too, that be playing in
Oh,
the
yeah,
player
for
head.
sure.
Like,
Yeah, because like, what
he
if
don't
he
show
ain't
his
hurt?
emotion, but
What if he isn't hurt? He just knew that trial was coming up, so he couldn't play in game
got to
3.
deal with.
Game 4 was the same day as the trial. If you know, like.
Mm-hmm.
But to the East, over here in the East, Philly swept the Nets.
Go Knicks.
Yeah, I expected it. Go. Ooh. They are Philly's waiting.
Hey, I'm just saying, you know.
Philly's waiting in the second round on Boston, Atlanta. I think Atlanta, unless they win tonight, they're done. I think.
I thought that was going to be a sweep.
Yeah, me too. But if Atlanta wins tonight, that series is getting shaken up.
That's crazy.
They shot the lights out in Atlanta. I'm telling you what.
Yeah, they
is
fed
it
off that home energy.
Bay, I can remember. What's his first name? I'm messing
Sadiq.
up. Yeah, Sadiq.
Sadiq
Yeah.
Bey, he was on fire.
He's
like,
always on fire at home, man. I'm telling you.
He's either gonna give you a great night
Or nothing.
or 0 for 13.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the Celtics coming out of that series, and I got them beating Philly next round. Anybody else want to chime in on that? That's just my personal
Celtics coming out and beating Philly.
next round.
It's gonna be a tough one. If Embiid is healthy, I think obviously Philly's already out of their series, and the Celtics are gonna win that series. And I feel like it's gonna go 7, and I don't know who's gonna win that one. I pick Philly, so I'm gonna go with Philly because I picked Philly earlier.
Philly does not have home field or home court in that series.
I know.
I was just making sure.
For me, it comes down to
gonna
who
say
you
Boston.
putting on Embiid.
Yeah, but then
It's a team effort.
But they both have pretty solid teams all the way around.
And Horford I get he's getting older every year, so like last year is always a tough thing to talk
And
about.
don't
with
forget
Horford,
about
but
Toby.
he has always, Al Horford respectively, has always contained Embiid the best out of like a lot of players in the playoffs. Like Embiid is historically bad against the Celtics when Al Horford's guarding him. He just gives him fits, whether it's in his head or on the court. He be getting in his head.
Who's that other big guy?
Rob Will.
Alley-oop king.
Yeah, that's time.
They still got Toby, Toby Harris over there.
Yeah, they got him. He's been the most consistent player on the team so far this series.
And
in
if
their first series.
James Harden can just keep doing what he's doing and not
What about you, Dot?
put any ducks in the air.
You got Boston coming out that series?
I want to, but I don't know, man. I can't say for sure.
Well,
It comes down to what I just said. Like, I don't think Boston has anybody that's.
I'm talking about Atlanta. You got Boston coming out the Atlanta series?
No.
I was
yeah,
like, man,
Boston's
I said,
winning.
who?
Boston's winning,
No,
man. I thought that was gonna be a sweep. I mean, the first game, they were up like 30, 40
It'd probably be
points.
a gentleman's sweep, you know.
Yeah, I think Boston took the night off. Honestly, I watched a little bit of that game. I'm a Celtics appreciator.
Yeah.
I'm a Pacers Celtics fan. I like them both, and I didn't like how we played, so I turned it off. I'm a big on that. Like, I'll watch teams I don't like play get blown out, hope a comeback. But when I'm watching my team, man, I don't like to watch them be lazy. I feel like they was lazy, slow. I feel like they took the night off.
He didn't watch very many Packers games last year.
Oh, yeah. Boston's taking that though. My fault. Yeah, for sure. Boston's taking that.
And then you just got a toss up. You don't want to put nothing out there.
For Philly and Boston, Game 7. That's all I can say. For
All
sure.
right. Winner of Bucks Heat will play the winner of Cavs Knicks. I got the Bucks winning that series.
It's 1-1 right now, right? They play
Yeah.
tonight, I think.
Yeah. No.
They don't play tonight?
Heat lead 2-1. They beat them last night.
Oh, yeah. Why did I
He
show
up 2-1 in Miami next game. I don't care.
Wouldn't that be crazy if they won 4-1?
Giannis, I told Ryan it would be a sweep. Ryan texted me after game 1 and said the broom is broken, messing around. I said, oh, Giannis is hurt. Bucks in 6. Don't care if he comes back. I still got Bucks in 6 even if Giannis don't
You think
play.
they're going to win the next 3?
Dang, like that.
Like, for one, the
You know,
Heat,
I'd say 2 of those are going to be in Miami, right?
yeah, the
Okay.
Heat shot the hell out of the ball last night, for one.
Is Hero out?
Hero is out for the rest of the year. He broke his wrist. He ain't coming back
Oh,
unless.
so that looked nasty.
Duncan Robinson's birthday was yesterday. He shot the lights out. Like I said with the Rui thing, that's not happening again. Sorry. Duncan Robinson
He's
shined
gonna
on
go
his
out there and
birthday.
do the same thing too.
Duncan Robinson averages like 6 points a game. I'm not worried about him next game. Max Strus got in his bag. He always gets a couple games in. I watched the Heat last year because I was worried about them beating the Celtics. He always has a couple spaz games. Bam is mid. I think if Brook Lopez, Drew Holiday was hooping last night. He's gonna continue to hoop. Chris Middleton ain't dropped 30 yet. He's gonna drop a 30 ball on somebody. He always does.
Yeah, that'll be in Game 5.
I got the Bucks winning that game in 6 with or without Giannis. If Giannis comes back, it's gonna be a lot easier too. The Heat won't win another game once Giannis comes back, as long as they can hold off until then.
I agree with those words. That's exactly how I feel.
Sadly, Cavs down 2-1 to the Knicks, man. I'm a big Cavs believer all year long.
I really thought that was at first. I thought maybe they could even sweep them.
I thought the Knicks were gonna go outside. I got the Knicks in that series now.
No.
I've changed my mind.
Yeah, they changed me.
I'm Mitchell.
I'm starting to think. I love Donovan Mitchell, but I'm starting to think maybe
Knicks
he's the
are just
problem. He gets to the playoffs and
Their players,
but he
are
scores
playing.
so good.
I can name players on the Heat that your casual NBA fan ain't gonna know, and they're just hooping right now. Like Hartenstein, I don't even know his first name. The big tall white fella, he is hooping out there. Obi Toppin is out there getting buckets. Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson are hooping. Isaiah Quickly, runner-up 6th man of the year, is hooping. The Knicks' whole team is playing well, and
Brunson
Donovan Mitchell is over there struggling for his life.
I do think Brunson is balling. Somebody told me the other day they got him in their top 3 point guards right now. I was like, oh my God. I think he's doing all right, but I don't.
RJ Barrett finally came to play too.
So,
Yeah.
He showed up.
finally showed up. I think he was sleeping the last 2 games.
He someone woke him up. Hopefully it's not a one and done because I like RJ Barrett.
Yeah, me too. I've always liked RJ Barrett.
He got picked so high. I just want him to do good. I feel like he's a good player. What do y'all think about these series?
That was
Go ahead.
RJ was Zion's teammate.
Yeah, he got picked 8th overall because of that. He was an 8th overall pick.
He was good though. I mean, even if Zion wasn't there, I think.
He was all right in college. But that did help his draft stock.
Yeah,
for sure. I got the Heat losing to the Bucks, and I got the Knicks beating the Cavs. I got the Bucks obliterating the Knicks next round. Anybody else?
Nah, I have the Knicks beating the Cavs, and I'm gonna go ahead and say I have the Bucks beating the Heat. Hopefully, I don't have to eat those words. And then I would say if the Bucks win, it's not gonna be easy. I think it's gonna be at least 6. But I am picking the Bucks to win that too. So
I got the Knicks beating the Cavs, and I got the Heat beating the Bucks.
All right. What about next round? So who's Heat and Knicks series?
That was gonna be. I got the Knicks beating the Heat.
If the Knicks beat the Cavs,
wouldn't that be crazy if Zach got his prediction right?
And they go to the conference finals, I'm gonna be a little upset.
Zach's gonna have to roll back the footage.
Zach is not an avid NBA fan, so when we did our before the playoff predictions, we asked him who was going to the finals, and he said
in Oklahoma City.
The Knicks and the Thunder. And if the Knicks go to the finals,
we got to put his mic on mute that week.
Yeah. I'm not. That one will be crazy. New York will burn to the ground for great reasons.
That would be insane.
Could you imagine if they went to the finals like that?
Would lose.
Yeah, Spike Lee might have a real heart attack. He getting up there.
Well, I've got them not getting out of this round. Cleveland coming back and Milwaukee coming back, and then Milwaukee beating Cleveland.
I like that one too, but that's what I want to happen. The Knicks just look so good right now, man.
Maybe it's their fairy tale run, you know.
Yeah, I don't think they get out of here.
Although if they get to the finals, then they got to play KD and them. It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna look as good as they planned.
I got a surprise series in the East. Of course, the Knicks. I'm surprised they're up. I'm very surprised. But with the performances, I got Donovan Mitchell, man. Everybody talks about players that have that gear in the playoffs. Like, I hate when people say that about Jimmy Butler because I don't think Jimmy Butler does anything different in the playoffs. People are like, oh, he got that gear. He just gets the ball a lot in the playoffs. Every time. He always has the ball in his hand. The Heat are probably one of the worst teams every year when it comes to talent. You know what I'm saying? They just play good basketball so they win games. And Donovan Mitchell really does have that gear, I think. He's my surprise player. When he hits the playoffs, bro, he goes insane. Even back when the Jazz were fighting for the powerhouse in the West, he goes.
I think he's got Russell Westbrook syndrome, though.
Yeah.
And not necessarily the same style of play, but he gets buckets, and the team doesn't win when he gets all them buckets. I don't know what it is.
I get that.
He'll go out and
true.
put 60 up and then still lose.
It's true.
It sucks because theoretically, you think if one person puts up 60, you should win that game.
Yeah.
Anybody else got some surprise standout series or players or performances?
As far as in the East, man, I'm thinking here it'd be.
Only thing that'd be surprising is like Atlanta.
Oh, Toby Harris. He's surprised me. Like I said, he's been the most consistent player on the Sixers so far.
I mean, Trae Young kind of surprised me a little bit last night.
Yeah, he went off.
Yeah, because the Celtics have always been notorious for wrapping that guy up. No buckets. He should be called Ice Tray when he plays them. But yeah, he surprised me a little bit, and then I never said anybody that surprised me in the West. But I will say Sacramento definitely surprised me in the West. I wasn't quite ready for all that.
I was hip.
Yeah, I would say hip. Definitely. And then Darren Fox too. Bro was going crazy out there.
He is giving Steph, Clay, Poole, whoever you put on
work,
giving them bucket. I remember game 1 when they came out there, they had Clay on him for like the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Never happened again, I bet.
He put him in a blender with the same move 3 times in a row and got a bucket.
Bro, he ain't got no ankles. It ain't hard to put him in the blender.
Bro, he put him in the torture chamber. And in 3 possessions straight, got the same look he wanted every time, and it was bucket, bucket, bucket.
Yeah, he's a dog for sure.
I'd say a team that surprised me is still Miami, because even without Giannis, I still thought they were going to lose like 5.
Yeah.
Just because the Bucks have a good team. But when Giannis is there, they're great, but they still have a decent team. And even maybe besides Jimmy Buckets, more talent even without Giannis than Miami has.
Yeah, Miami is not a talented
Jimmy
player.
is the only
talented team.
Talented player. I mean, Bam's talented, but he's too inconsistent just
Bam
to be
has
considered.
a small offensive game. And
Yeah, but he's
bag.
still talented. His problem is he's just inconsistent. One night he takes nights off.
Duncan Robinson, not great. Kyle Lowry, old. Like, they don't have many talented.
I would say Kyle Lowry is probably the second most talented player they got, though.
He's been hooping a little bit.
Yeah. Because even when they lost to the Hawks, bro, put up like 9 threes, and I'm like, every time he gets the ball, it's just like Mike Conley in that dang play-in game. I was like, are they ever gonna miss? And then it's like, put somebody on there. You put somebody on there, hand in the face, drain it every time.
You don't like Bam?
I don't like Bam. I'm a Bam hater.
He's just inconsistent. I like him. He's just inconsistent.
From a betting standpoint, I like Bam. I like Bam has came through plenty of times. Shout out Bam, man.
Hey, if we're talking about betting standpoint, by the way, John Morant's on my no bet list. He was the first one to ever make my no bet list. The second one is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh yeah.
I should have won $800.
Draymond Green's on mine.
I'm a Bam hater because I'm a big hater on offensive bigs who can't shoot. I don't like Robert Williams for this reason. If you can't shoot, you need to be big. You can't.
If you can't shoot, you need to be dunking on people.
Yeah, you can't be 6'9", 6'10" center who can't shoot the rock. Like where do you fit in on an NBA team in today's league if you are 6'10" and can't shoot the ball?
Even if all you do is dunk and block the ball, that's fine. But you got to be able to put the ball in the bucket.
Yeah, a lot.
Regardless of how far away it is, you have to be able to put the ball in the bucket.
Yeah, you almost gotta have a long 2, and that shot teams don't even want to take that.
If you don't got a long 2, you need to be like Shaq.
Yeah.
Break the backboard. That's what I need you to do every time. Back him down. Like Giannis.
That paint is yours.
So we've gotten me and Big Timmy's picks. So we got 2 guests on here today. You got I'm pretty sure you said the Nuggets and the Lakers, Bino, in the West. Who you got going to the finals out of them 2?
Out of the Nuggets and the Lakers?
Yeah.
Lakers. I honestly feel like the Lakers are going to sneak one this year.
I was going to ask the other side, who you got winning the East to match up against the Lakers in the finals? And then who do you think will win the chip?
Who do I think is going to say it again?
Who you think is going to be the Lakers' opponent if they make the finals out of the East? Who's going to win the East?
See, now that one's tough because I don't really be watching the East that much, but I hate to sound controversial, but I really feel like Steph Curry and them gonna sneak one.
No, that's the West. Steph Curry and them's the West.
No.
The East, you got Philly, Boston, the Heat Bucks, and the Cavs Knicks.
Well, he just said it was gonna be like the Knicks and the Cavs. In the final,
no, the Knicks and Bucks. I want to say is who you had in the East.
Oh, I think you said.
Oh no, yeah, that's what I said. I said the Knicks. Yeah, the Knicks gonna have a Cinderella year.
Okay, yeah. So you got the
they
Lakers.
run into the Lakers. They're gonna get the doors beat off.
All right, Dad, we ain't got your predictions yet. What you got for the? Who's coming out of the West?
What's the word on Giannis? What is he?
He was supposed to be back last
He said
game.
you to hear that first.
So he's not. It's not.
He should be back.
Okay.
ASAP. They need him back.
Well, LA out of the West, and then
Always LA.
Giannis is back. I was gonna say a toss up between Philly and Boston, but I gotta put Milwaukee in there if Giannis is coming back.
So if Giannis comes back, they make their way to the finals. Who wins Bucks Lakers finals for you?
Game 7, bro. I don't know, bro. It's Game 7, bro. I don't know. Man. It's just who's healthy and who's not at that point.
Yeah, it's coming down to that this year. A lot of health issues.
That'd be big man basketball at that point. Like who's.
Oh man, I would love to watch Anthony Davis go against Giannis.
I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, both healthy.
That'd be crazy.
Who does LeBron guard then?
But I don't think they're gonna make it.
Chris Middleton.
Do you think you put him on Chris though? Like I feel like Chris is good.
You probably.
I feel like Chris is just a shooter though. Like why don't we put somebody else on him?
You probably run a zone and put LeBron and AD playing the bottom part of the zone.
Yeah.
And you want LeBron on Giannis on the perimeter, but AD when he drives. And then if AD is gonna be down there and Brook Lopez is out there, they'll probably just run a zone, put someone to throw a hand up on Brook Lopez, and have LeBron guard somewhere on the perimeter.
Yeah.
LeBron's been playing great help defense, getting blocks himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
AD,
That's why I was wondering if you really would just want to put him out there like with Middleton like that.
It's a lot of cool stories that could happen this year, but I think the most entertaining finals would be Bucks and Lakers, for me at least. Like it'd be cool to see Sac go. It'd be cool to see the Knicks go, I guess, but
that'd be crazy if it was Sacramento and the Knicks.
We'll definitely come back to this because
it'd be cool to see Phoenix go. You know.
Yeah, I think Phoenix will go, and I think it'd be great for Chris Paul to win a ring. I think KD's that guy.
Man,
I had Phoenix and the Philadelphia 76ers. So I'm gonna stick with that and write it out. But
man,
if I had to make any adjustments, it would be the Lakers and Celtics.
If I gotta stick, I still got
my old school. I'm still sticking with mine, but
still got my Celtics losing to the Bucks. Man, the Bucks winning the ring over the Suns. It's if Giannis comes back, that's what I got. But NBA wrapped up. MLB. This is the first time we've talked about MLB on this podcast. We are not avid fans, but we are trying. Yeah, no.
He said, "Yeah, no, don't listen to him. Go Cubs."
We're gonna try our best on here, man.
He said, "No,
go Cardinals."
Yeah, even like the Cardinals.
St.
Cardinals
Louis
ain't bad.
Man, who you like?
Man, no, I like the Yankees. We're not getting into that.
Bro, come on now.
You a baseball fan, Bino? You got a favorite team?
I don't watch it as much, but I'm Cincinnati, so always Cincinnati Reds. They kind of butt right now.
To start it off, this is one thing I think is very interesting. The Oakland A's, for some reason, the trash can of the league, is possibly getting a relocation.
Bro, everything's leaving Oakland right now.
To Vegas.
Because the Raiders left Oakland too.
Yeah,
it must be a trash place. I don't know.
It must not be a place to be. I don't know.
Man.
But
Oakland getting ran down.
That's California, right?
Yeah, fans are a little rough around there though.
They got the Warriors about the only thing they got going for them.
I was about to say
that's
Raiders
the Bay
left,
area.
so that's their only team.
That in
right?
Oakland?
Oakland's around.
I thought that was over by
their stadium
San
was
Fran.
in
I think
Oakland.
that was over by San Francisco.
That's the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I just thought their stadium was always in Oakland.
It might be.
So the A's have signed an agreement to purchase 49 acres of land just west of the Las Vegas Strip, hoping to play there beginning of 2027. I think that'd be cool. Been to the Las Vegas Strip.
I'd almost be an A's fan then, just because I like Vegas. I like going to Vegas.
Yeah, I thought Vegas was awesome.
We'd almost make some trips out there just to go watch some baseball games.
So they've snagged 2 old Oakland teams.
Yeah. They're 2 for 2.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I just noticed that. They took the Raiders to Vegas.
They must got a middleman somewhere.
Yeah,
Somebody, the mayor in Oakland is getting paid.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's about to become the mayor of Las Vegas.
Yeah, you
He's
never
tied
know.
in somewhere.
Yeah.
He's deep in them casinos.
He about to make his move.
But I thought Vegas was dope when I went, and them putting a baseball field there would be awesome.
Yeah.
I hope Oakland gets better by then.
Hey, you'd be able to see some grass.
The A's are absolutely
Yeah,
horrible,
ain't got no
but
grass.
Yeah, that'd be artificial grass, but there'll be some grass there.
yeah.
It was cool to see. What is it? Allegiant at the stadium.
Yeah, that stadium is huge.
It was cool to see that. Yeah.
It would be
Death
dope just
Star.
to see,
middle
like,
of nowhere, just fat.
Yeah, we literally tried to get a tour there, but you had to like make a tour date like 3 or 4 months out to go on tour there.
I just think it's cool. Like, Vegas is a place to be. If you ain't never been, you got to go. And now there's going to be a baseball field there in a couple years.
I recommend maybe going in the springtime. We went in the summertime.
Nah, my man died went in the springtime, and he said it was
don't
terribly
not
cold.
go.
That was
Don't go to
springtime?
Vegas in the cold. Don't rent a
He said it was
When
slingshot.
did you go?
freezing.
I had to buy a jacket on the strip.
What was that, a couple months ago?
When'd you go?
I don't even know.
Yeah, he
It
said it
like
was
a couple
freezing.
months ago, I thought.
It was
I
cold.
just thought it was crazy.
It was
He said
cold.
it was cold. We was there at 100 plus. I played.
Yeah, I'm talking about like
Man.
April, maybe April, May, not July.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's a cool investment. I hope the A's are better by then. They suck right now. It would be horrible if they moved to Vegas and they're just still not good. But
I mean,
that was a cool little thing for the MLB to get. You know, I thought that was cool.
No, yeah, it is.
Nah, Tampa Bay Rays. That is a team the opposite of the A's.
they are on fire.
Yeah, they are not garbage. The Rays are 17-3, their best start in history. They are hitting and pitching the ball with excellence. They are first in runs, first in on base percentage, first in slugging percentage, first in homers, second in hits, batting average, and top 10 in stolen bases on offense.
Rays. Who's their best player?
I appreciate and like Randy Arozarena. I like his name. He's young.
I like his name.
Yeah,
It flows well. I'll give you that.
It took me years to figure out how to say it. Like, I would be like, Azona, Raza, Rosa, and then, I can say it fluently now. But when he was a rookie, I was watching a Rays game, and I heard the announcer say it, and I was like, who the hell is that? And I looked into him. He was a rookie. I was like, okay. And now he's a beast. I think he's awesome. He's I want to say an outfielder. Right field, maybe. He's a slugger. He's fast. He can play defense. But the Rays are a team. That's one thing about them. They are a team. Like a baseball. They aren't just the Dodgers, the Padres. They're normally built on star power. The Rays are solid. They're, like I said about all the offense, they're also first in runs, hits, home runs, and batting average allowed on the defensive side. Like, I'm the first in scoring in almost every category, and first
in most of the defense category.
Yeah, like they are on fire. So I'm just worried. Are they World Series bound?
Going up against the Sox today.
That's a dub. What Sox? Red or
White.
Sox? Yeah, that's a dub.
He
even
said,
more.
hold on, which ones?
Yeah, the Red Sox I think is better than the White Sox. So
You said the Red Sox you think are better than White Sox?
yeah, in my opinion. So,
I'm not a fan of White Sox, of course. I said go Cubs when we walked in. So,
But yeah, I know, like I said, we're not avid fans. I don't know if anybody knows much about the power of the MLB. I think the Rays could be a title contender. I think there's some good teams out there to play against them, but
I was gonna say against who? Who's the second?
oh, dude, there's some good teams. The Yankees are always good in the playoffs. The Blue Jays are always a sleeper. The Dodgers are always in there. The Braves have a talent filled.
they
roster.
always have talent, man. Even when they get rid of all their talent, they draft well and they end up having a lot more talent.
My personal pick, the reason I don't know about the Rays is because my pick, we're going to talk about in a second. I got the Padres. The Padres are
Yeah,
beasts.
they're nice too, and they just got
Tatis
I
back.
was saying
Yeah, that's what
Tatis. I was gonna say it's not gonna come to me, but yeah, they just got Tatis back.
But
he
are
was out
they?
for a while?
I just think, like I said about the Rays, they're a whole team. Are they built for a ring? Like, that sounds like a baseball team built for a championship. We're first on offense and defense. Like, we do both.
I think having a year like that, and if you didn't go to that'd be kind of,
Oh, they'd be more disappointed in that
Upsetting.
is going and losing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's Tom Brady about that. You know, it's a different sport.
But, yeah, what do you guys think, man? The Rays look like, you think you can
I
see the
like
Rays
the
hosting a
Padres,
trophy?
but that's just maybe a little favoritism there. But they definitely got a chance, a good chance, to be honest. I mean, if they don't, I feel like it's a failed year with the team they have.
Coming from somebody who, like you said, we're not really avid baseball fans, but I mean, looking at numbers, like I said, I mean, you'd have to be crazy not to at least make it there,
Yeah, they look crazy. What about you, Bino? You think they can you think you can see them hosting a trophy in Tampa Bay?
I mean, they got it.
They,
Mhm.
yeah.
The way they running, he said, yeah, at least they got a good chance.
I like them, man. And one thing I know it's crazy. I like their uniforms too. I like Tampa Bay's uniforms. They look good on the field.
The only thing that's crazy about baseball is it's still only been 20 games.
fly.
They still like have over 100 games.
That's one thing I hadn't hear. Do they stand the whole regular season at 180 games, 160 some games?
I think it's 164. I'm not sure though.
Barring injuries, that's a lot of games to get through.
It's 2 NBA seasons.
Yeah. What if they just fall off halfway through the season? It's one of them stories. What happened to the Rays? But I think they can test that. I think they can put it to the test for sure.
So it's one of those time will tell things. Talk about old Smiley.
Yeah, Friday the Cubs pitcher lefty Drew Smiley
only did what the Cubs could. That's the only. Nobody else in the league could do that. That has to be a Cubs thing.
I don't know if anybody's seen this other than me. I don't know.
I did. Yeah, no, I watched that whole game.
Friday, the lefty Drew Smiley was playing the Dodgers. The Dodgers are talented, man. He was pitching a perfect game through 7 innings. No hits, no walks, no runs. And top of the 8th inning comes, and he pitches.
Tackle.
He pitches a little chop. Yeah, he had. He pitches a little one. It gets chopped down the third base line. It doesn't even make it back to the pitcher's mound, but the pitcher and catcher both sprint at it. Drew Smiley got there first, bends down to pick it up, and the catcher couldn't stop, so he tried to jump over him. And as he jumped over top of him, Drew Smiley stood up, and they just fell into eeach other and tumbled. And that was the only hit of the game. Ruined his perfect game. And he had, in 8.2 innings, 8 innings, 2 outs, he had 10 strikeouts, 1 hit, no runs, no walks. That's pretty crazy, especially considering that the Cubs have never pitched a perfect game, ever.
Yeah, that was the opportunity. That's why I said that was only a Cub thing to do.
Yeah, there's only been 23 in history, and the Cubs have never had one. And you get it by your catcher deciding he might have picked the wrong sport and making an absolutely amazing stop.
Yeah, good form tackle. Yeah.
They've never pitched a shutout game before.
You said
perfect
good form
game.
Good form, man.
Perfect game is no runs, no walks, no hits.
You left that out when you told me about this. I said, at least tomorrow you're still making the headline for either doing it or almost doing it. But now it's like, dude,
now you're making the headline still, but just
for selling
for good form.
The worst part about it, at the end of the day, he smiled even on the field. Like when they were on the ground and he realized Buddy made it first, they laughed it off. But that's gotta hurt. There's only been 23 in history. Your team's never had one. The last one was in 2012, so it's been almost a decade. It's been a decade since we've seen one. And after the game, they talked to the manager. David Ross, the Cubs manager, said if that wouldn't have happened, he would have let him pitch the whole game and try to get that perfect. Because normally, even if you're doing well, they pull you for pitch count. He said, I would have left him out there. He said, in quotes, I would have rode him harder than Jan did, which is their catcher, because he jumped on his back. I thought it was funny, but that's gotta hurt, man. There's only been 23 in history. Last one was 2012, and your coach is gonna let you pitch for it and try to get it. That's hurt, man. That's a good achievement to have, man. That was crazy. But I just thought it was funny. Touch on it a little bit. That was a little blooper. This is what I've been waiting on. Fernando Tatis Jr. is back in baseball. He played Thursday, I want to say, for the Dodgers' first game back. He went 0 for 5, hit the ball every time, just never made it on base. He was suspended for 80 games last season after testing positive for steroids and anabolic steroid. I'm not sure if it was performance enhancing intentionally or if it was from his rehab, because the reason he didn't play before that suspension was he broke his wrist in a motorcycle accident. So I'm not sure if he was just trying to recover faster or it was in something. But he got popped with an 80-game suspension. He was back. And Thursday he didn't play good. But before all this drama, he was one of the league's best hitters. He was one of the league's best players. He has a Silver Slugger Award. They give that to one of the best batters in the league every year with the statistics, like who's the best. He finished 4th and 3rd in MVP in 20 and 21. He served his time on injury and on that suspension. And the Dodgers are always my team every year for the pick, and I always say it's because they're better than the Padres. I always say that.
Because they're better than the Padres.
Yeah, why? Because the two teams over there is always the Padres and the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are, this year, I think with Tatis back, he's had shoulder injury problems his whole career, and they went out this offseason and signed Red Sox shortstop. I'm pretty sure he was a Red Sox. Xander Bogaerts. He's one of the league's best shortstops. He's a beast. 11-year deal. Tatis is now an outfielder because of those shoulder issues, so they signed him to replace him. He's a top hitter and shortstop in the league all around. He's an all-star in the past 2 years. He was in the playoffs last year, a good part of the Red Sox team. He's a 2-time World Series champion. He's a dog. They also added Juan Soto at the trade deadline last year. He is arguably one of the best hitters in baseball as well. Champion himself, 3-time slugger, home run derby winner, all with Manny Machado, from back in the day. They've got a squad. I just want to know.
And so is the Dodgers gonna beat out the Rays or?
No. I said that's what I was saying. I normally say this year that I think the Padres are better than the Dodgers. That's what I was saying.
I was gonna say I didn't know if you were trying to back what we was doing here. So
I think they're dangerous. I think the Padres that's one of the best top four because their leadoff hitter was Tatis that day he came back. I think that was just to get him to swing. Normally it's probably gonna be Manny Machado. Then you got Xander Bogaerts, Tatis, and Juan Soto. Like that's your four. That's your top four. Your cleanup. Who's cleaning up? Like you got 4 people. They can hit a over the fence home run or out of the field through the roof if you got one. And like that's a tough. And they play defense. They've got mediocre pitching, which in today's MLB gets you by. They've got good defense in the field and amazing sticks. I think the Padres could be something. I think Tatis coming back. He hit a home run last night or the night before.
How many games has he been back? Because he's already smacking homers.
Yeah, he I seen a parlay last night. Somebody hit a home run. Second game back, third game back, maybe already smacking home runs. In his rehab assignment, because like I said, he hurt his wrist or whatever, he had to play in the minors to warm back up to get back in. He hit in 7 games. He hit 8 home runs, had over 1,000 batting average or slugger average or something like that, on base percentage or something.
They moved him up quick, huh? Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, 7 games, 8 home runs. Tatis is for real. I think the Padres are for real as well.
If I was playing the minor leagues and he came, I don't care if he'd been gone for 2 years. I'd be like, your wins don't count.
Yeah.
Anytime he was on the field, those kind of L's.
I think he's a John Morant type player. He brings energy on the field at all times. Like he made a crazy grab in that game that he was back on Thursday, robbed an extra base hit, almost a home run. Like he's electric. He shows his emotion. He plays with swag. I like him. I think the Padres.
So that's good when you're good.
Yeah. And I think the Padres are serious. I think they can come out of it, man. I think they could post a trophy at the end of the year.
I was glad you said John Morant swag and not like Dylan Brooks swag or something.
No. Dylan Brooks is busted. But I don't know if anybody else. But I think the Rays, the Padres, I think they both look good. I got a bunch of sleepers, but I'm just happy Tatis is back playing baseball. That's one of my favorite players, especially to see him with this talented team he's got. I think they're for real. I like it.
Yeah.
Padres and Rays.
What is his name? I was thinking about I can't remember off the top of my head. It's a Yankee pitcher that I was looking at stats on the other day.
Garrett Cole.
I think so. That probably was it. He's actually pretty solid.
Garrett Cole, Nestor Cortez.
He's a dog. I like Nestor
Domingo
Cortez.
German. Johnny Brito.
I know you said the Yankees are always good. I just really like their pitching room this year.
Oh, bro, they always
said this Nestor dude's a dog?
Dude. He, I want to say it was last year or maybe the year before, but he came in mid-season, late season, and he went, I want to say undefeated. He didn't lose a single game. He started pitching, and he went like his first 10 starts in the MLB without allowing a run. He was on fire. Like, it was back when I lived up north, bro. I was taking, it was 2 years ago, I think. If I would check the slate and Nestor Cortez was pitching, I'm putting the house, the car, the dog on the Yankees.
That'd probably be the first thing that went. But
SO is strikeouts, right?
Yeah.
He's getting 7, 8
Yeah.
last couple games.
Yeah, their whole pitching room's pretty solid there.
But that about wraps us up for today's episode, man. Anybody want to throw some things in at the end?
I just want to let you guys know these gentlemen like to wake up nice and early to do these podcasts. So this is, for those of you that have only seen me in music videos, this is Dot at 7 in the morning. Well, it's probably a little past that now, but that's about the time I woke up. So I just had to let that be known.
It was good today, guys, man. I was excited to talk about that fight, man. The playoffs are heating up immensely. I'm excited for the end of the playoffs. I appreciate you guys coming on today in absence of some of our members, man. Shout out to SMG Dot, man. Check him out on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, anything. Shout out to, man, Chris. This is SickkoBino. We're going to have all the stuff in the description. Check him out on Twitch.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, man.
Follow,
like,
Thanks
comment.
for having me.
Yeah, man, it was good having you, man. I appreciate the short notice coming on here, man. We really appreciate it. All the help we can get out here. Yeah, make sure you follow the guys, man. Follow the Guys Huddle. Follow our guys here today, man. Like, subscribe, comment. We appreciate all the love, man. Peace out.